Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Kentucky college student went missing in Texas. Now his family is looking for answers. And a man was charged for a double murder in Rowan County, now making his first court appearance today.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this September 29th. It's just about 5:30 this morning and time for a check of our weather with Megan Dusma. And it's been hot this past few days, these past few weeks. Megan, definitely not feeling like fall.
No, it's definitely not. But we're just going to continue to see these temperatures throughout the week. And there's a little bit of some hope heading into this time next week for some more fall-like temperatures. So that's something to look forward to. But in terms of today, it's going to be a mix of the 50s, a little bit warmer than you'd expect this time of year and this time of day. Normally we sit in the mid-50s, but instead we're looking at mid to upper 50s, and for some folks, the 60s. Then we head into the afternoon, still warmer than average for this time of year, in a mixture of those 80s. Warmest temperatures for today, 87 degrees in Urban is that forecast high. Coolest 75 in Wise County, Virginia. Nice and clear skies this morning, just a little bit of clouds outside of a region and some dense patchy fog, so just drive carefully for some folks out there. We'll see nice and sunny skies to mostly sunny skies throughout the next several hours. High temperatures in the mid-afternoon. Amelia.
A man is dead after a UTV crash in Knott County. It happened Saturday night on Starfire Hall Road. Chase Cottle was driving when the UTV flipped. He died at the scene. A woman riding with him was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. KSP says neither were wearing seatbelts or a helmet. Crews rescued 2 hikers in the Red River Gorge over the weekend. Wolfe County Search and Rescue responded to a 911 call Saturday after a man had fallen at the base of Clouds Splitter. Minutes later, another 911 call came in for an unresponsive hiker. That hiker has been stung by ground hornets. He was able to walk back to the trailhead with an EMT. The first hiker had lower leg fractures and he was taken to the hospital, and we don't know how he's doing. A family is mourning a Kentucky college student found dead. Campbellsville University student Peyton Hughes was competing in a fishing tournament in Texas when he went missing. His body was later found in a lake. Hughes' family says they want him to be remembered for being kind and being a great brother, son, and boyfriend.
He believed in me more than anybody did, and always encouraged me to do the best.
He's the nicest, goofiest person I know.
Hughes' service is set for October 6th at the River of Life Church in Springfield. The man charged in a Rowan County double murder is set to make his first court appearance today. Joshua Cottrell is accused of killing Kayla Blake and her 13-year-old daughter, Kennedy McWhorter. Court records say Cottrell stabbed Blake and McWhorter in their home. Blake's friends told us that she was dating Cottrell. Cottrell faces 2 counts of murder and an evidence tampering charge. His arraignment is at 11 o'clock. A Floyd County teen pleads guilty in connection with a shooting incident last year in downtown Pikeville's parking garage. 18-year-old Brandon Poston pleaded guilty to amended charges of assault and possession of a handgun by a minor. He was originally charged with attempted murder. One person who was reportedly hurt during the incident in October 2024. Prosecutors recommended an 8-year sentence. He's expected to be back in court for sentencing on November 14th. Well, we've learned new details about the investigation into a Lexington infant's death, and we do want to warn you, some of this information may be disturbing. Laken Snelling is accused of hiding her baby's birth last month and leaving the baby in a closet. Samantha Valentino has the latest.
911, where's your emergency?
On August 20th, Lexington police say they were called to Park Avenue for an unresponsive infant. Dispatch records obtained by our news partners at the Herald Leader say the person who called 911 told dispatchers the baby was cold to the touch. The infant was later pronounced dead at the scene. The Fayette County coroner confirmed the baby was a boy, but has not released his cause of death. 21-year-old Laken Snelling was arrested and charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. According to her arrest citation, the baby's body body was found wrapped in a towel inside a black trash bag in a closet. Snelling pled not guilty to her charges earlier this month. In Snelling's preliminary hearing, we expected to hear police testimony and learn some new details about this case. Instead, the hearing lasted all of 35 seconds.
Good morning, ma'am. You are Lakin Snelling? Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
Snelling's attorney told the judge she wanted to waive her right to a preliminary hearing, sending the case to the grand jury.
Ms. Snelling, you just heard your attorney state that it's your desire to waive this matter to the Floyd County grand jury. You understood you have a right to have a preliminary hearing this morning? Yes. But it is your desire to waive this matter at this time? Yes. Okay.
Raquel Wilson is an assistant law professor at UK. We asked her why someone might want to waive their case to the grand jury.
It could be that that is what their client preferred.
Wilson says it could also be that they want to forego the public display of information.
Of course, a grand jury is private. It's not open to the public, and it's orchestrated completely by the prosecutors. The defense might have made the calculation that they are unlikely to prevail at a preliminary hearing. The burden of proof is low, and that an indictment would be inevitable in any instance.
Up next in Snelling's case, the grand jury will decide whether to indict her. She's out of jail on bond, ordered to live with her parents in Tennessee and to remain on home incarceration. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
At the time of Snelling's arrest, a spokesperson for UK confirmed that she was a senior at the school and a member of the stunt team. She's since withdrawn from the university. Health officials in West Virginia are warning of a spike in cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease. The West Virginia Bureau of Public Health says 38 outbreaks have been reported this year, including 17 outbreaks just this month. Hand, foot, and mouth disease usually affects children. It's highly contagious and can be spread through coughs, sneezes, and touching infected surfaces. Symptoms include fever, sore throat, painful sores on the mouth, and a rash on the hands and feet. Well, warning for hunters in Kentucky. The Department of Fish and Wildlife says there's an outbreak of hemorrhagic, a disease in white-tailed deer. It's been confirmed in counties across the state. Wildlife officials say this is fatal to some deer, but it's not a threat to humans, even if you eat infected deer meat. It's caused by small biting midges, a small fly. Symptoms in deer include difficulty breathing, lameness, and swelling of the head, neck, or tongue. If you see a deer that you think is infected, you can report it to the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife's website. In March, ground was broken for the Buckhorn water treatment plant. Early Friday, a bid was accepted to continue its development. Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander says the project has been in the works for years, but there's still more work to be done, with 2 or 3 years of work still left for construction of the plant.
I think within 6 weeks they'll actually see work going on site, and then for the next couple of years they'll see this plant come to life. They'll see the construction happen. They'll see the building take shape, and then they'll see water in the lines, and so it's just a great time.
He says the plant will help to service Perry Countyans in the Buckhorn area and in the industrial park with better access to clean water. On Friday, folks in Leslie County gathered together to support those in recovery. WYMT's Neely Green attended the Mountain Comprehensive Care Center's recovery rally.
On Friday, the Mountain Comprehensive Care Center's intensive outpatient program in Hyden hosted a recovery rally to show that there are resources for those looking to make a change.
Our IOPs in general are like a bridge for these clients who are ready for change, but they don't have the resources or the means. And so having events like this shows them that there are so many people and so many resources if they want.
The event included recovery booths, community support services, and several speakers that shared recovery stories of their own.
Probably get into some gory details of my addiction, because I feel like sometimes the details are important to really to share the weight of your story. But I'm also mainly going to focus on the good things that's come from recovery.
Speakers say it is important to be vulnerable and share their stories because it may encourage those wanting to make a change.
It means a lot to me because you never know who is going to hear your story and give them the courage that they need to change their life.
Organizers say the goal of the event is to share resources and let folks know you can overcome addiction.
Clients know they're not alone. They're not struggling through this by themselves, that there are other people, you know, that are going through the same thing they are, and they don't have to do it alone.
Celebrating hope, healing, and new beginnings. In Hyden, Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
Those with MCCC say they are just grateful for everyone who came out to help and show their support. Next month, the Downtown Hazard Organization is taking over the airwaves. The Appalachian Arts Alliance will be on WSGS. Their 5th annual radio takeover day is October 14th. It's part of the Art Alliance's month of giving, or as they call it, donate and create. Staff and students have some special things in store for the folks listening in.
We take over the airstreams. We usually have live music from our students, people in the community. Us staff at the art station like to do a song or two just because, you know, we like to just make some music and sing and do all the fun things.
Folks can also expect to hear Hazard Mayor Happy Mombolini and Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander as they face off in their annual DJ battle. You can tune in to WSGS on October 14th to hear all the music and fun. Pikeville Pride transformed the city's Main Street for its annual celebration this past weekend. The event, which is organized by the Pikeville Pride organization, not the city, brought food, music, merchants, a family-friendly drag performance, and more to downtown Pikeville. Organizers say safety was a huge investment this year to make sure attendees have a pleasant experience, using half of the budget to pay a private team to keep the event secure. The annual World Chicken Festival was also in full swing in downtown London. It's known as one of Kentucky's largest festivals and is home of the world's largest stainless steel skillet. The festival is 4 days of lots and lots of fried chicken, fun, family activities, carnival rides, and some friendly competition. From Colonel Sanders' look-alike contest to the World Chicken Festival pageant.
It tastes like home. You know, we're bringing a little bit of the Colonel with us every time. We're proud of our community. We're proud of the Colonel. We're proud of our chicken. And it's a good excuse to get out and just see what's going on.
And the festival did wrap up on Sunday. Well, folks in Harlan County are gearing up for Railroad Days this weekend. The 2-day event is happening from 10 until 4 on October 3rd and 4th at Loyal City Hall. There will be vendors as well as a flea market, music, and food. For more info, you can go to the Harlan County Trails websites. Well, there are national conversations about a commuter train that would make stops just to our south. It would be a regional train from Houston to New York, but before that happens, it has to get approved, and the federal government would likely need to invest billions of dollars into it. One stop would be in Knoxville, Tennessee, something that city has not had since 1970.
It would really put Knoxville on the map in a big way. That's going to open up so many possibilities, so many opportunities for the city of Knoxville, and just interject a lifeline into our community.
Commuter trains have also been a conversation on the state level in Tennessee. There's been studies done to have a train line from Knoxville to Chattanooga. Well, roadway was closed Friday in Middlesboro to honor a sports legend. The Greg Page historical marker was unveiled in front of Bradner Stadium on Greg Page Way, or 15th Street. The roadway reopened a little after 6 Friday. Page was a standout athlete in Middlesboro in the 1960s and was one of the first 2 African-American football players to sign with the University of Kentucky. His life was cut short after a practice injury that he never recovered from, and he died at 19 years old in 1967. It's 5:42. The Queen of Christmas is ringing in the new week with some new music. That and more in today's IN Entertainment Report.
And temperatures are warm for this time of year, but I'll tell you how humid it's going to feel.